Girl, this morning I had a big old bowl of sucaritas. It was so good.
Girl, don't you mean Frosted Flakes?
Well, in our culture, girl, I've also heard los del tigre. So,
and what do you call Fruit Loops?
Fruity Loopies, mama.
Oh, los del tucán, right?
There you go. And I also really like the rooster one.
You mean cornflakes?
Oh my God, wait, that is cornflakes. The rooster one is cornflakes, but we call it
cornflakes.
Well, let's keep it 100, girl. My mom called every cereal under the sun cornflakes.
The Special K too.
The Special K too, girl. My mom called literally growing up.
Everything is cornflakes, period.
Comment below. You already know.
So, Mia, are you teaching her like the different flavors, or are you calling them all cornflakes too?
I refer to them just like my parents did growing up, because I actually find it really important to teach Mia both English and Spanish. Not just the language, but really incorporating like the lingo that we use. I will literally like bring out cereal and be like, you want cornflakes? You want sucaritas? Because I want that implemented in her just like we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And mama, that's why they say Kellogg cereals are on mom's tables aquí y allá. Period. What's good, y'all?
Welcome back to Chins and Giggles, y'all. Episode 27. I just have to say it, girl. I know you hate it.
Every time. I don't know what it is about like naming every episode like number that I cringe, but whatever.
Somebody actually commented they like it.
They do? That's good then. 27. 27.
Yeah.
It's a lot of episodes.
Girl. But you guys, we saw your comments last week. Y'all love the setup. We were actually just talking about it right now, how we want to add webs onto the Chins and Giggles. I think somebody suggested that.
I think we're not done with the Halloween decor.
We're not, y'all.
Especially like after seeing what it looks like on camera, I'm like, okay, I feel like there's some spots that need to be filled. Like this area right here. Oh my God, these are not on.
What?
I just realized right
now.
Oh
shit.
Lights turn on.
Let's turn them on.
Lights are on, y'all. So I feel like we're gonna do some adjusting. Give us till like October, like actual October. Like we're gonna have this shit decked out Halloween vibes.
Yeah, we still got some stuff to work on.
We moved some stuff around and stuff, but you know, this is our little decor moment for now.
Our little setup.
So let's get to it, girl. I feel like today we're a little jumbled.
Yeah.
Is that a word, jumbled?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know, where we're just kind of like all over the place. Like even like getting to sit down, we were like, oh my God, I was like, fuck, I don't have my cup.
It was a
Mara
disaster.
Didn't have her phone.
I got here, so I didn't, oh my God, my hair, right? I have it like in a bun. I was cringing because I was like, okay, I could at least have it in a ponytail, like cute with it, like straightened. No, I was like running out the fucking door. I get here exactly on the dot, 11:30, and Karina's like upstairs still getting ready. I was like, bitch, what is going on?
I was running behind
so I'm
today.
like, let me add a little bit of mascara, I guess. You know, I'm over here. And I'm thinking like this whole fucking time, we started till like what, 12?
I know, girl. I was like, running so late
this
today.
This whole time, 12:17. I was like, oh my God, I could have done my hair. We're always like kind of behind. Like I get here really and somehow like we're chilling in the kitchen for like 30 minutes.
No, I was putting my lashes on.
I know, queen. It's okay. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, I wish I could have done my hair. It looks insane.
I know. I honestly, my go-to hair right now is just throwing it up.
And then Karina was trying to look for her cup. So like the whole
and I couldn't find my fucking cup. I was like, where's my cup? And then
Karina was like getting angry. I was like, girl, let's just shake it off right now. Like podcast is starting.
I used it one time and I lost it already. So I was like, what the fuck? But anyways, I'm using this other cup. If you're watching on YouTube, it's like this little like pumpkin thing. It's a vibe. I have my protein shake in here. Yeah. Oh my God. I do want to say, you guys, thank you guys so much for your support and like your kind words on the last episode of me opening up about the gastric sleeve.
Everybody was really supportive.
And I was shocked. Bitch, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was so shocked to see everybody being like so supportive. So thank you guys, because bitch was fucking nervous. Like having that go up. And I saw a comment of someone saying like, I hope she didn't feel like she had to open up about this just because I have to share stuff. I actually wanted to, like, I really wanted to share it. I feel like we're very open about our weight issues. Like we're open about all of that. And I have no issue like opening up about that stuff. It's just naturally I was nervous because online, you know, everyone always has something to say. People could be very
like opinionated.
Of course. And like, I get it, you know. So that's why I was like nervous. But I really did want to tell y'all, like, so I was like, I'm gonna tell them, But anyways, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I was like, oh my god, they're so supportive. Like a huge weight was lifted from my shoulders, bitch.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much. I have now currently, because last time I did it, the podcast, I was just doing clear liquids. Now I've graduated to full liquids, which now I could do like thick liquids. Like I have my like Premier Protein in here.
And it's funny because
I'm starting purees soon.
I saw a comment. Somebody was like, "Oh, I think they thought that you had gotten it done like a while ago."
Oh, what?
They were like, "Oh, like I noticed like she was slimming down," and I was like, "Karina, literally that day, that was like her first time being on camera after surgery."
That was my first time being on camera after surgery. Yeah. If there's any confusion, guys, I did not get the gastric sleeve a while ago. I could see like maybe they got confused because you know how I had lost weight at the beginning of the year. I did talk about that on the podcast. Maybe they didn't watch the whole thing. But in the beginning of the year, I was down 40 pounds, feeling fucking amazing. And then boom, bitch was going right up again, whatever. And then and that's when I got it. So right now, as you're watching this, I'm literally exactly 2 weeks post-op. So yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Can you tell us how much you lost?
Oh my God, I didn't think about. Okay, guys. So the last week when I filmed the podcast, I was a week out. But for some reason, like I had like bloated more after surgery. Maybe I got swollen up. And then I was like going down and I had lost 5. And I was like, I wasn't discouraged, but I was like, oh my God, people usually like, they'll lose like a lot because they're on liquids, Well, from then, literally days later, I weighed myself. Like right now I'm at 2 weeks post-op and I'm like 18 pounds down.
Fucking crazy.
So from last week, from 5 to 18, like just within a few days, I was shook the house.
That's insane.
I'm like 18 to 20 pounds down because I keep fluctuating between those 2 to 3 pounds. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And then I kind of like plateaued, which is fine. I think from here it'll be like steady and like slow. But yeah, the first month is like expected because you're literally on liquids. Like you're being reintroduced to food, dude. Like, so even when I do start my purees, like, which I think is like now, like getting into purees, I'm gonna eat so little compared. You're training your stomach again. Like I've heard at first it's a few spoonfuls, and then with time you get used to like a little more and stuff. So it's a long road for sure. But thank you guys. Just thank you guys. And we're here, girl. She's getting her protein in. What's good?
Do you have your first meal planned? Like what you want to first eat?
I have my first meal planned, like when I could have solids, I guess.
Yeah, like what is it?
It sounds so simple, but eggs.
Okay.
Like I just want a hard boiled egg. Because that's what you start off with. Usually, like
starts crying.
No. Because that's actually what you usually start off with. Like, and it's funny because he's told me that his first real meal too was an egg, and he said that it was fucking amazing.
Iconic.
No, and it's true because like you start off with just clear liquids and you're over that shit real quick. Yeah. Right now, I'm not over like protein yet. I've like I've mentioned before, I really like protein. Like even before I would drink protein shakes. So like I still like my protein. You want to try it?
I actually just want to try hers because I saw it was like pumpkin or something.
Oh no, this is caramel.
Oh. Wait, I thought it was like a pumpkin.
No, the other ones. I do have the pumpkin one too.
Like it's because I saw the orange.
This is
so I just thought it was
caramel. You could try it. I don't know why.
I mean, it's still
like
very like fall vibes, right? Because of the pumpkin pie. Or what is it?
No, this is caramel.
What's on the screen? Oh, I thought I saw like a little pie.
No, that's the other one. I do have that one too. I should have mixed them. You don't like protein, huh?
Oh my God, every time.
I love protein. Like I love protein shakes.
Every time I try it, I'm like, oh shit.
You know how like sometimes you could taste like that. I feel like you taste the fake sugar. What do you taste? You taste that sugar, like that fake sugar stuff?
I taste with every protein. I taste like
because I've noticed you don't like anything, even like
no. I taste
sugar-free stuff.
No, sugar-free stuff I like. I taste like I would say it's a protein.
It's the protein.
I think it is that because it's like I could smell it from afar too.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know why. I've just always been like I've always liked shit like
protein
this.
has a certain taste, right? Or am I just?
I think it's the sugar-free stuff that like has that like aftertaste of sugar-free. Because there is certain products that I'm like that shit tastes like sugar-free and I don't like it. But like good, I feel like Premier's is a good one. I like. I don't know, even like treats. I've tried treats before that are sugar free, and like I don't mind them.
Are all
they're
proteins
good.
sugar free?
I don't know, but I think most would be
protein in general has like. I think it's that I think it's a protein.
I don't know, girl, but I like it. But yeah, all I want right now
is a hard boiled
egg. Because I can't really think of like I can't plan out my meal like I want pizza. I'm not gonna be able to have pizza in a while, or I can't think of like I want this whole plate because like I'm not gonna be able to like fuck up a whole plate, especially not in the beginning stages.
I get it, yeah.
You know, like I watch a lot of people like over the years they'll learn to eat, you know, a little bit more and more, but it's like still like you can't
very
just
small portions.
Yeah, and on top of that, you can't just kind of like be like I want bread. You don't know how bread is gonna feel after this. Like I don't know what foods are gonna be good with my stomach and what's not. There's people that they'll eat bread and they're like completely fine. I feel like Luis is completely fine eating bread. It's just like small amounts. There's people that they literally will be like, my stomach never tolerated it again. So it's literally just learning your new stomach, bitch. But it is what it is, Gorge. I'm just taking it a day at a time, Gorge.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I feel like we're saying Gorge a lot.
And yeah. I know.
Shout out to Adam.
Adam, I know. He says Gorge. Like, he says it in all different forms. So he'll be
I know.
Gorge. Like, how does he say it?
I fucking love him.
I love him.
Like, I don't know
like
how
he sounds like that fish from.
He'll be like, the fish?
Yeah, from Nemo.
Oh, yeah.
Dory.
Yeah.
He sounds like Dory.
I saw that. He'll be like, hey, or like
it's so funny. I literally like will randomly send like a morning text of like, hey,
Myra,
George. Like
Myra will literally like sometimes you'll just like screen
record it
and she'll send it to us as like a morning text. Like love Adam, girl, bitch. I love you.
He's an icon.
I love him. But anyways.
Yeah, he's the reason why we say Gorge.
I know. I just feel like we have to acknowledge it because I'm like, oh my God, I don't want him to be like, these bitches trying to say my shit.
Yeah. I say it so much where I'm like, he's gonna think we're out here trying to like make us make it a thing or something. I'm like, no.
It's just so contagious. Like literally, like we like within our own circle now we're like Gorge, just because we like watching so much.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? I noticed too, like with our lingo, like when we say skinny and stuff, I feel like people literally tell us like, you guys got us saying it too.
I feel like when you follow people, like you start to catch their lingo. You just do
it. Like all those words, you know, that we say. Like people would tell us, like, "Oh my God, you guys have us all saying like the same thing." I feel like it's a thing. Like when you watch somebody so much, like you just pick up on their lingo. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
That's true.
We got to change it up, girl.
We can. Change one up.
The Gorge.
Oh, I thought you meant the topic. I was like,
no, you're like, girl, this is boring. No, I'm saying Gorge. Like,
oh my gosh, was it? Didn't Brian's birthday just pass
yesterday?
Oh my God, a lot happened yesterday, girl.
What happened?
No, there was also like September, because Brian's birthday is September 19th.
Yeah,
there was also like a huge earthquake in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
but let's talk about how did Brian's birthday go?
We went to have like breakfast, just me and him at Norm's. It was
Queens.
Iconic. And then after that, I came to your house, remember?
Oh, you did.
I actually, oh my gosh, should we say it? I'm not gonna say it, but
you came to show me something.
I came to show her some products, some new products for Camila Cosmetics. Bitch, it's about time we launched something new. I'm like counting down the months. I'm like, we launched in June, girl. It's already gonna be like October. I'm like, girl, we gotta bring out the next product.
I know. It's like
fucking cringe.
No, because when we launched Camila Cosmetics, we were like, we're gonna have a product launch in a month from today. And then like shit really gets backed up once you're actually doing it.
Once you're actually doing it, you're like, oh shit, it's already like happening. And also you don't want to feel pressure to just like launch something whack just to launch it. So like it's still like we want to take our time with stuff.
I'm really excited about this launch.
But I'm so excited. Anyway, so I was showing Karina samples and stuff. I was like, oh my God, look at this, that. So it took us forever and I was here hours. And then like right after that we head to Dave & Buster's.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, it was iconic. Dave & Buster's is like a game place. It's like a freaking Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
Like arcades, and they have like alcoholic drinks and stuff, right?
And like actual food. Yeah,
I haven't been in years.
So I actually just found out yesterday that it was two guys that started this business. Dave was really into games and like all of that. And Buster, or I'm confusing. No. And Buster was like really into like food and like
drinks,
all of that. Because even like the food, like it's not just like pizza. No, it's like actual like dinner, like food.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, it's actually really good. It's
I haven't been in fucking
like
forever.
It's like they have like legitimate like good entrees. Yeah. So it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. We were there, and then I think Brian's brother came over after. They stayed up till like 4 a.m. I knocked out like as soon as I got home. But Brian this morning was like hungover. I was like, girl, they were like, they went all out. So he had an amazing birthday. Oh my God, the craziest thing happened yesterday. I was like, oh my God, not yesterday. Well, yeah, basically on midnight for his birthday. I had seen the time. It was like 11:30, and I was like, okay, I knew. I'm like, as soon as it turns 12, like run upstairs to say happy birthday because he was like playing games. And I was downstairs actually like shaving the couch. Did you see that little shaver I got? I got a fabric shaver that it removes lint.
Lint remover, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a shaver. It's not like an actual lint tape. It was like an actual shaver that removes it like really good.
I want one of those.
And Karina actually, she got new couches because your old couches were like they were down bad.
They were down bad.
So she told me like, do you want them? I was like, absolutely. Me and Brian cleaned the fuck out of them. They're still kind of stained. Like it is what it is. Someone told me I could take the covers to a dry cleaner. I've never thought about that. I know, but I've been really taking care of it. So it had a lot of like lint, and it made it look dirty. So I went over it, and I was just going off. Anyways, so it was like 11:30. I was like, okay. I was listening to Laura and Maddie's podcast. When I was just like listening to it, and I was going off on the couch, and time passed. The point is that I thought like a lot of time had passed where it was like past 12, and I immediately was like, oh my God, like, and I checked the time and it was exactly 12. I was like, how the fuck did I check exactly at 12? And I ran up to tell him happy birthday. But the crazy part is, immediately when I ran upstairs, I knew that it was like Briancito like giving me that sign to like look at your phone. Yeah. Karina, I was like zoned out completely, and immediately I have the thought of like, fuck, it's like has to be past 12 already. And then I check and it was exactly 12. I ran upstairs and it was still exactly 12. Like I checked as soon as it hit 12. And it was just a trip because for Briancito's birthday, Luis had a very similar experience. He was out and about. He had forgot about it. And the same thing happened to him. He just checked his phone and it was exactly 12, and he realized it was Briancito's birthday.
Keeping us on track.
So it was just like a really big coincidence, because in that moment I thought about Luis and I'm like, dude, he did this exact same thing to Luis. It was so weird. So I ran to Brian and I told him, I'm like, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. Like it was so weird. It was just crazy. But yeah, what else did we do? That was it. Oh, we went to the cemetery after Norm's. Yeah. And then, yeah, that was just a day. I mean, it wasn't like crazy. We didn't do anything insane. What you do, girl? Didn't you have like the fight night before that?
Well, yeah, there was the fight with Canelo and the other guy. Oh my God, I feel so bad.
The other guy?
No, this is no disrespect at all. I actually feel bad that I don't know the other guy's name. I forgot.
Bitch, I'm dead.
No, but I'm only saying it because I don't listen. If this helps, I don't fucking watch them in general. Like even Canelo, like I know he's like a big fighter. I don't watch the fights. I don't. So what we hosted it because Raul, like obviously he wanted to watch it,
Queen.
And Raul, and like he invited his family over. We had a carne asada.
Goals. That was the day before yesterday?
Yeah. And so oddly enough, like I've actually been having fun cooking lately.
I know,
which is weird.
Karina literally sent me like a picture of this bomb ass breakfast like on Friday?
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, how the fuck? Like literally the bomb ass breakfast you could ever cook. And she's like, I just made Raul breakfast. I was like, you're fucking brave.
No, well, anyways,
to be making all that good shit.
I feel like the first few days I didn't even want to see people eat. But right now, like 2 weeks out, like I enjoy cooking. So like I feel like I'm like, okay, well I can't eat right now yet. But I'm still gonna have fun cooking. Period. Like, bitch, I'ma still smell as I'm cooking. No, that's
like really iconic though.
And it's like something about it. I feel like I'm appreciating food differently. Where I'm like cooking and I'm like, yep, that shit smells bomb. Like I know it's good. That's and like crazy, other people are eating it and like I appreciate it. It's fucking weird. Anyways, the point is, they had a carne asada and there I was like making the rice and shit. And like, and
that's admirable though, Karina.
but it's no big deal.
No, it is admirable
like,
to think
I
that
see
you
them
are
eat
still
it.
down to like make it. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I was like
shit.
making the food and then like seeing Raul, and then I'll serve Raul his plate, like his nice plate with his carne asada, like his fucking.
Want to make it look nice and shit. Like,
No, yeah, I'll be like, or Mia too. Like I'll be putting the meals on, like, and I want you to enjoy that shit. Cause I can't,
get it.
bitch. You know what I mean?
I get it. It's almost like take a fucking shot for me.
It's like take a shot for me, but like eat it up, gorge. You know?
Yeah.
Anyways,
I get it.
but yeah, we had the carne asada, and then Raul put up. We got this inflatable, like projector.
Yeah.
No, projecting screen, but it's an inflatable screen, and then we have our little projector. So we put the fight on there, and I was like trying to pay attention, and I was like, okay, cool, like, but. I'm not into it like that. I'm really not.
Not either.
I just know that at the end there was this whole thing. I was confused. I was like, wait, so like who won? Because I was confused because I guess like nobody got knocked out. Canelo did win, but I guess like I sound so stupid, but no, like the thing is, since I don't really watch the fights ever, y'all, like this is the first time that I was like, maybe I should pay attention. Mm-hmm. And towards the end, after like the rounds, they were like nobody had gotten knocked out. I guess when you knock them out, like that's usually when you win. But like if you don't knock them out, like the judges or whoever's in charge makes the decision on like who had the better hits, I guess. Like if no one gets knocked out. And that happened. Neither of them knocked each other out. So in the end, like they chose Canelo, which I did think made sense because I was like, okay, no, yeah, he got some good hits on him. I don't know, like I was just kind of observing like in my own way. Yeah. But I was like, oh, okay, like wait, why is nobody knocked on the floor? I don't know. I was like, why did nobody? I don't know.
You know, speaking of that, did you hear about like the Ace family too? How like Austin got knocked out?
He did get knocked out.
You know when was like their era when like everybody loved them? Like 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was like obsessed with them. But I don't know. I feel like
I never got into
drama
them like that.
thing. I was like obsessed. And then now like I forgot the last
I think their
time
children are adorable.
Oh, iconic.
Like so fucking cute.
Yeah. But yeah, they're always just so much like drama and stuff.
Do you think that they're those people that like insert themselves in drama, or do you feel like everything they do, everyone like picks at?
I think everything they do, people pick at.
Yeah. I think it's a mix of stuff.
But also like Austin's like all cheating scandals too. Like that's not people just bringing it out of there. Like shit's happening, gorge. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Also, like I don't fucking know them, so I don't even want to like speak on like their life because I really don't fucking like know about them like that. Like I really stopped watching them a long time ago, and when I see on TikTok, it's just what I see, and like
there's always something. You
never know like what's true, what's not. Like it's a whole. But yeah, he lost, and he was flabbergasted.
I think he was probably a little embarrassed after all he talked.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Can you imagine like the Latin influencers doing like a fight off like that? That's fucking weird.
No, that's so
no, because
weird.
if you think about it, right? Like at some point, wasn't it like influencers after like it was creators fighting, right? That's crazy.
I feel like the Latino community, I wouldn't see them trying to do that shit.
No, yeah, it's weird.
I mean, they probably would, but
like the two people that are beefing it, like I gotta say, imagine. That's actually funny.
Like, all right, y'all. It's about time. Let's get in the ring.
Get in the fucking ring. Y'all had a lot to fucking say. Boom, boom, boom. Imagine. Can you imagine that shit? I'm thinking of a couple people right now.
I'm thinking of a few people that could definitely square up.
Go in the fucking ring, bitch.
I'm dead, dude.
Holy shit.
Hey, you know what? Can we actually get this going?
I was gonna like, so, you guys, what would it be called? Call it fucking. Me and Karina are the fucking what is it called? Like founders? Like why?
What is the reason? Oh my God, I'm done.
It's just called putazos. Like why? Oh my God, that's actually really funny.
I feel like I could definitely see a few people in the ring. I want to know who you want to see. Like I'm not. I want you to name.
I'm not gonna name nobody.
I want to hear two people who you think should be in the ring. I'm just kidding.
No. I'm like, bitch, are you really asking me this shit?
I'm not. I'm fucking kidding, but I'm thinking of a few.
I'm definitely thinking of a few, but I would not.
I think First
of all, I wouldn't be on the ring. I'll tell you that.
Would you ever? Like, if it was for like
approached me? Like, hey, you want to be on the
like
ring
it,
and
like
fight
if there was
somebody?
no drama and you were just like, hey, you know, the putazos thing is going on,
And whoever wins, like donations go here or something.
yeah,
Let me
yeah,
see.
and
Who
then
am
like
I
you
fighting?
should box so and so.
Comment down below who I should fight. Like, why? No.
No.
Oh shit. No, please don't.
No.
I don't have beef with anybody in the
No.
influencer world. I just want y'all to know that. Like,
No,
I don't.
me either. I don't think I literally like who the fuck.
Yeah.
Why would I fight?
But
Who's
if they
gonna fight me?
approach,
I'm just kidding.
but if they approach you, me and Karina,
No.
oh no, that would be
so
weird.
weird.
That would be terrible. We would be crying.
Maybe
at
with
the
like
end
the
of
big
it.
ass inflatable ones, like for fun.
Oh, for fun. Yeah, but like
it wouldn't
actual
be-
boxing, bitch. I don't know who.
No.
But I don't even picture it boxing. I picture just like straight raw putazos, like straight up. Like not with you,
Not
no.
street fights, dude.
Like I literally picture like a street fight.
Oh my god, no! I was picturing people boxing. I wasn't picturing them like actually throwing down.
Oh, bitch, I was picturing like raw.
Oh shit! Okay.
That would be crazy.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
Oh fuck. That's interesting. No, for real.
No, I'm
really
trying to think.
if like they approached you, like, oh, you know, like all donations are gonna go to here,
Like I'm trying to think, like
and it's all entertainment.
how
you
is
know, no
it?
beef.
How does it has to work though? Like where you have to weigh the same and stuff. And I'm like, I don't think there's a lot of like
shit.
other big bitches in this.
Industry.
Honestly, when I really think about it, Mayra, like dead ass, like in our community, I'm like, are we like the only big bitches?
I think so.
Or like one of the few for sure. Like dead ass.
I don't know if I.
No, dead ass. Like it's rare.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I'll go
you
like
really
to
have
a-
to be the same exact weight.
I think you do. So I don't
Oh,
think. I guess
shit.
no one's gonna fight me. You know, do it.
I'm gonna fight
Give me a
myself.
few months. I'm just gonna do it.
You're like, give me a few months, bitch, and line up. Imagine like, why?
No.
All you skinny bitches get in line. Like, what is going on?
I'm dead. No, I don't. This shit that would just be weird. You know what I've always thought of, and like, I wish that I could make come to life, but I don't think any influencers would take it serious.
Uh-huh.
I've always thought it would be cool to no, but then it's like a lot of drama, so I'm like, it's just too much. But I've always thought it would be cool, like to have like a reality show based off of like pure influencers.
I've always thought that.
where
And they
they're
wouldn't-
on the same house.
Yeah, but they would hide like the real. They wouldn't want to start drama because it's gonna
Of
make them
course,
look
and that's
bad.
what sucks is like, you know, there's real life drama that could be happening, but like
they would hide it.
you would. I mean, I would.
Yeah, you don't want your fucking like looking crazy.
If I was in a fucking house full of influencers, even if somebody was rubbing me the wrong way, I don't think I would like say anything because I'm like, I'm not about to look fucking crazy on camera right now. So yeah, that's what sucks because like I feel like as like influencers,
I get it.
you're on camera and you're already watching your daily life to not like stepping on people's toes.
You already get judged. Like you're walking on eggshells on social media, bitch. Now imagine
now
that.
on camera, like at a house, yeah, it would just be all of us.
It wouldn't work.
Everybody would just be like laughing, partying, and shit. Yeah, but I have always thought of that. I'm like, that would be so fucking cool. And I'm like, I feel like we could like low key
But
make
you know
it
what?
happen.
That's
It's
what you
just I don't
think.
think people would be down.
You think everybody would be like to themselves, but once you start getting comfortable, like you start seeing the real
knows?
people come out.
Oh, who knows, y'all?
And then Bad Girls
Dude.
Club, bitch. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm talking Bad Girls Club Influencer Edition.
What's up with us wanting to see putazos? Like, what's going on?
No. I don't. No,
No.
not like that. Not like
I
that.
know, I
Not like that. Like I don't know. I think it's more like I know for a fact other influencers would be like, that's a cool concept.
It is an amazing
But when you
concept.
put yourself into it, you're like, no, yeah, I don't want to go in there causing drama. It's fucking weird, you know? So
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
that. I've thought about that and I'm like, that would be the coolest
I
thing
thought
ever,
about
y'all.
it too.
If we just put a bunch of influencers in one house. And like, I'm
'Cause, like,
talking a lot of
influencers do
influencers,
that, where
whether
they-
you like each other or not. A lot of them.
Oh shit!
I'm talking a lot of them, and like you're looking around like, I know you don't like you, I know you don't like her, I know you don't like him. Like,
Oh shit!
and it would
Okay.
be interesting as fuck. Let's be real, yeah, it'd be so interesting, right?
Okay,
But
you know what? Yeah. Now that you think about it, like, yeah, if you put people that don't like each other, that's gonna be juicy, bitch.
But like in all being realistic though, like would it be an incredible show that would the people love it? Yeah. But
I
you
mean,
think about it
yeah,
and you're
I
like,
think it would.
but you think about it and you're like, no, but like as someone, like as a creator, would you want to be thrown into the fucking like in a cage full of lions like that? Probably not. You know what I mean?
Well, you're not expecting for
Well,
everybody
if
to be a
someone
lion.
approached me and we're like, we're doing this influencer thing, you know, it's a bunch of you guys living together, I would 100% go.
I would go.
I would definitely go, but I would keep my guard up. I'd be like, I'm not about to like be portrayed as this crazy bitch. You know what I mean? So it just depends. I don't know.
It does happen. That happens in reality shows.
Yeah.
Like we got to see it with Going Garcia. Like shit was like crazy. So like I could imagine.
But it would be so cool.
I could imagine how fucking crazy it would get for sure.
We should try to do it, Myra. I'm just kidding. No,
like,
it's not gonna happen. It's not. But it was really cool. Like, yeah. Anyways, speaking of drama, bitch, the royal family. I know the queen just died. Well, she died
oh my God, I know. Well,
the funeral's going on, no?
It happened yesterday.
The funeral happened yesterday?
Yeah.
They've
been doing this for like how many days already? She
9,
passed.
Right? It's like a 9-day process.
That's crazy. Did you see how they took her like how they brought her down?
What?
She's buried like with all the kings and queens. It's like in a castle.
Yeah,
my phone's off. Love that for us. I was gonna Google like what's it called. It was called something. It's like this palace, I think. Bitch, I'm gonna sound real stupid.
It's fine.
And they're all in there.
Oh yeah,
and like they were like bringing it down. So she's not like buried underground.
Oh.
I mean, kind of yes, but not buried. It's like just leveled.
Crazy. Huh?
It's crazy.
Wow.
I'm like, and so she's buried right by James.
You know
James?
what?
James? No. Charles? I mean, no fucking Charles.
James Charles. What? Hold the fuck up.
King Charles.
Oh,
bitch.
girl.
Not King Charles. That's just her son.
Girl.
Oh my
hold on. I know I don't know a lot about the royal family, but this shit don't sound right.
James Charles don't sound right. Imagine like, wait.
Hold on.
King Charles. That's the son.
Her dad.
Can I say something? Everybody thought King Charles was the husband. I'm like, that's her son.
I'm so confused. Her dad was King Charles too, no?
Well, that's the last name or what?
Bitch, I don't know.
Oh,
Charles
is he King Charles?
Name.
Is the second. Oh, yeah, that's true.
So her dad was Charles.
Yeah. So Charles, she was buried with her husband. Well, not buried because it's not buried, but like brought underground. Oh, it's like an actual like castle.
I know what you're saying.
Or palace. I don't know.
I didn't even realize. Like going back, I know she passed away over a week ago already, guys. Right? I didn't realize. Like I don't know much about the royal family. But I didn't realize like that she did not pass away in London. How she passed away in Scotland.
Why was she? She wasn't in her house.
She was. Well, they have like several lands and stuff, castles. Well, there's the Buckingham Palace, which is the main one. Which, by the way, I have visited before. Imagine, but I only stood like in the front, obviously.
Didn't you say
the fuck would I do inside? Why the fuck would I be?
She's like, I stepped in, met the queen.
Why the fuck would I be let in? Imagine. No,
let me in. Imagine like what's going on.
No, I remember. Well, we had gone a few years ago to London, and yeah, I was like, oh my God, the palace was fucking huge. The Buckingham Palace is big, bitch. I remember walking like fucking blocks and like, damn, we're still passing the fucking castle. Huge, Myra, massive. And the front has the biggest garden. That's where you're like hanging out. It's like the palace, and then like it's really gated, and like right behind the gates.
People serious. The guys with the heads,
like the guardmen.
Yeah,
look at the heads, bitch. I'm done.
The hats,
nutcrackers. Imagine
the nutcrackers.
Is that where? That's where the nutcracker comes from? No, like the.
Is it
right?
Oh,
I don't know. We're gonna sound so dumb, Myra. Whatever. The guardsmen. I just remember like going up to like the gate, and the guardsmen are like lined up right there. But there's a lot of people outside the palace, like, but obviously there's a gate. But the garden in the front is gorgeous, beautiful.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking when I was there, I was like, is the queen here, like inside the palace? Mm-hmm. But I actually was reading how like they would they would go to like their retreat palace, some other palace in Scotland. I forgot the fucking name, y'all. This is not a news outlet. This is just Myra and Karina talking about whatever the fuck, but they used to like to go to this palace because they felt like it was like away from like the
real world,
like the away from
the public,
the media,
all
and that was like their safe space, like Scotland, that castle. Because there they did a lot of outdoor activities without being seen. They were able to like do like with the horses and all that. They felt like human there.
How far was that from there?
I don't fucking know. Scotland is not that far from there, but like it's a flight for sure. Because I remember I remember flying over Scotland like while we were like landing in London. I don't know. It's like they're close by, but they're still a flight.
Oh, wow.
But anyways, she passed there at that place. And that is where she felt the most comfortable. That's where her whole life she would go there as like a retreat because she felt like human there. Like she was able to like not be a queen, you know.
I mean, were her
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, were her dogs there with her?
I don't know.
Did you see the TikTok I sent you yesterday?
I did. I saw it this morning.
Oh my god, her little dogs were like there at the funeral.
My heart.
I was like, oh my god.
Can I just say that the reason I got buns was because of the queen? The reason I got my corgi was, I mean, I feel like a lot of people, but I remember like, years ago, Raul was like, have you seen the queen's dogs? Like the corgis are so cute. Because I thought wiener dogs were like so cute. They are. They're fucking iconic. I feel like I'm a wiener dog. And and I was like, oh my god, yeah, those are so funny. Like the corgis, like I thought they had like fluffy butts and stuff. And like that's what really like pushed me to get buns because I thought the queen's dogs were so cute.
Oh
yeah,
but I didn't know she was like.
And now whenever I see the corgis, like the queen's corgis, like when I saw that video, one of them I was like, that's Buns.
Yeah,
like I'll see the queen's dogs and I'm like, that's literally Buns, but it's not.
Was she when they knew she was passing, they moved her, or you think she was there just naturally?
No, she was there. Like she passed there. Like literally it was that morning that she was feeling sick. I think it was of age, right? Because nothing else has come up. She was just feeling like in that morning that they said that they were concerned for her health, and then like hours later she passed. So I think it was like of old age, I would assume.
Yeah,
but she was there, and like I'm sure that's where she wanted to pass, like in that place where she felt safe. Imagine being at the Buckingham Palace, knowing that all like the media is outside. Like that was their getaway. Yeah. Like, you know, so I'm sure like she wanted it to happen there. I know her family was there. They said that her family was there. But yeah, then that's when they brought her back to London and stuff.
When did Meghan and Harry get there?
I don't know, but
was it awkward?
Isn't there like I guess like drama about like how because they're not necessarily royals anymore, like were they able to walk or what was it? Or if they were gonna be there as guests or some shit. And it's like, okay, maybe they're not necessarily part of royalty anymore, but they're still family. That's still your fucking grandma. Yeah. So he does deserve to walk with him. Like, what? That's his grandma.
They did after all.
He's still Prince Harry. Fuck everybody. I was gonna.
I mean, yeah.
Like, how are you just gonna dethrone him?
Isn't it so crazy? I started getting into the royal family after the queen died. I know.
I started getting into the royal family when Meghan came up, honestly.
Well, that too. But I didn't know that like we're not gonna see a queen in our lifetime. I was like, what do you mean? It's that homewrecker.
There's not gonna be.
It's the one that ruined.
Can we talk about that real quick
Princess
though? Because ¿cómo se llama la otra? What's the other girl's name?
Cassie? Oh, Camila.
Yeah, Camila. I actually feel like when you really read into it, Camila and Charles,
they were lovers.
They were lovers, like way before. And when they came down to it, like she was not the best look. She had already been previously married, and she was just not what the royal family wanted him to marry.
Yeah.
So he then met. He actually dated Princess Diana's sister.
He dated Princess Diana's sister?
Sarah. Her sister, Sarah.
Okay. What?
He dated her, and it just didn't work out. And then he met Diana at 16 years old, by the way.
Uh-huh.
She was 16, which is like a little fucking weird.
Crazy.
Because he's like way older. But anyways, he met her, and he was attracted to like her innocence and how she was so like sweet and like innocent. She was just like a sweet innocent girl. Imagine. And that she had like made a comment because somebody had, one of his uncles, I believe it was uncle, somebody had passed away, and she was saying how he deserved someone to like look after him and stuff, but she was just saying it as an innocent, like, you know, like, oh, someone needs to look after you, you know. She was just really sweet, and that's what drew him to Princess Diana, to Diana at the time.
Yeah.
And then I think like his family really liked her, and they were like she had royal ties.
Yeah, so she gave a really good look to.
She was the perfect candidate, I guess, because she didn't have any past boyfriends that could go to the media and start shit. She didn't have a past like that. She was like tied to royalty, and like she had royal ties, kind of.
Yeah,
and they were like, she's literally the perfect girl like to marry our son or whatever.
Yeah.
And his dad literally wrote him a letter and said, you either propose now or you don't see, or you're done. She's done with. Like, you either propose or you're never gonna see her again. It was something like that where he gave him the ultimatum, basically, where he said, you either propose or that's it. She's done. You're done with her. So he proposed to Diana. And this is after he had already had a relationship with Camila in the past. But then Camila got married to some other dude. And then that's when, like, he started talking to Diana, blah, 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 blah. They get married. They have 2 kids.
And Camila shows up in a white dress to the wedding.
The bitch showed up in white.
Bitch. I'm sorry.
Which is crazy. And you know what's crazy too? I was reading how, like, he would always talk to her as a really close friend, I guess, like Camila after they were like dating. Like they stayed really good friends, quote, you know. And he actually asked her, like, what do you think about Diana? And she was like, no, yeah, she's like the perfect whatever, you know. Like she even like said like, yeah, you should marry her, whatever. Yeah. And then
while they was fucking.
I don't know, but then after he says that for a few years he was not cheating on her until like after their marriage supposedly went south, and I mean clearly it went south, but you know he claims he didn't cheat until then, and then he started sleeping around with Camila again. And there's a rumor that says that even Diana had confronted her and that she told her like, you got the husband, you got his kids,
this is how it happened,
you are the princess.
This is how it happened. Charles was with Camila at a party, and like Camila, Diana knew that they were going to be at this party, and she walked in with her friend and confronted them, like, because they were like upstairs like talking, and she confronted them. This is what I saw on YouTube. I don't know.
This is all my knowledge from TikTok. Please don't come at me.
I saw a YouTube video, like a documentary supposedly. And she goes upstairs and she's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they were talking together. And Camila's like, you have the kids. You're like the princess. Like,
you married him.
You married him. Like, what more do you want? Like, bitch. Like,
she basically said, like, I'm not going to stop fucking him.
Yeah. And he didn't.
Animal.
Anyways, Camila
and Princess Diana really loved him. And she always thought, like, it's okay. He's going to love me back. Yeah. She did love him.
Times haven't changed.
She was a fucking queen. It just shows you that no matter what century we're in, men are trash.
Even if you're the fucking princess, girl, you're gonna get cheated on.
Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Self-care is so important for our mental health, y'all. Let me ask you this. How well would you take care of your car if you had to keep the same one your entire life?
Wow, I didn't think about it that way. A car does need maintenance.
Well, that's how our brains work too. We also need maintenance. Just like we take care of our car, we deserve to take care of our mental health.
Our quality of life is definitely affected by how we take care of our mental health. Our brain is so powerful, it literally controls every aspect of our life. So why aren't we investing our time into caring and keeping it healthy?
And there's plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, by the way, like self-care. You know, there's journaling, meditation, exercise, and then there's also BetterHelp online therapy. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Every single person on this earth can benefit from therapy. I've actually done online therapy myself and it was a great experience.
So what's iconic about BetterHelp is that it's an online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions. I love this because I dread meeting a therapist in person. I just feel like I get really nervous and awkward with this. You don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
I definitely agree with this. It was so much more comfortable for me doing it over the phone than in person. It was so much more comfortable than I thought it was going to be. It's also so much more affordable than in-person therapy, by the way.
By the way, you could be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours, y'all.
We do have a special offer for you guys. All our listeners get 10% off of their first month at betterhelp.com/chinsandgiggles. That's better, HELP.com/chinsandgiggles. Diana,
did you know Queen Elizabeth didn't go to Charles and Camila's wedding? I was like, period.
Bitch, I'm gagged.
And for like the after party or whatever they had, Queen Elizabeth wore white. I was like,
period, bitch.
Oh, I was like, yeah. Ain't that funny? She wasn't like for the wedding. She didn't even go to the wedding.
There's a lot of rumors about Elizabeth and Diana beefing, and like, but now the more I do my own research, Queen Elizabeth really loved Diana, and she actually gave her a queen burial.
She curtsied to Diana in her funeral. Like the queen didn't have to.
She didn't have to. Yeah,
and she did.
They only do that to the queen.
Just kidding.
I heard that she gave her like the queen treatment for her funeral.
Yeah,
she was really loved.
Do you know how to curtsy?
No.
Did you guys see Megan? She did like the deepest curtsy. Like at it wasn't actually on the funeral. It was just, like between those like that long ass week where they were just doing all these services. She did like the deepest curtsy, and people were like, the deeper the curtsy, the more respect, right?
Oh.
And she did like such a deep curtsy. I was thinking like, bitch, my feet would have cramped. Like I could never. Like you have to see the picture. My
How
phone's
do you
dead.
curtsy? Like, is it like a?
It's like your foot back.
Bitch, I was gonna say a split, girl. No. I meant like
you popping the splits like
just pop. You know, just
like what? No, curtsy, like you put your foot back and you bend.
Oh, okay. So you could like bend all the way down like a frog.
But
No, like if you like for the most respect.
Yeah, she curtsied so beautiful too. I was like, period, for her not like being like, you know, there and being taught like all this, you know, because she left.
Yeah.
And for her to curtsy like that, yes, I was like,
yeah, I'm not respecting her.
And Megan did always say that Queen Elizabeth was always very nice and respectful to her.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people are like saying, I mean, I don't know what happened, obviously
with Diana's, you know, with her tragic death, a lot of it speculated that the queen had to do with it.
I think it was 100% planned. I think it was
planned.
Maybe the queen had to do with it, but I
don't think it was the queen. I think it was Charles.
I think it was Charles because he was not able to marry in church unless she was dead.
I think I think Charles, Mr. Charles,
like they couldn't get married in church, so he made sure she was like dead. Because he couldn't remarry in church, and that's an actual thing. You can't like remarry in church unless you pass. That's what I heard. And like, you know, the royals don't want to look bad.
Royalty men,
like how are they not gonna marry like in church? Like the royal family can't look like that.
That is the Princess Diana tragedy is a whole other discussion. Like that could go on forever. It's crazy. Like I'm barely even looking into like her death, and I'm like shook the fucking house, dude.
It's so sad.
It's insane. And you were talking about like going back to you had mentioned something about her coffin about Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, so everybody was saying, because supposedly they're saying she's not embalmed, like they don't embalm queens and kings and stuff like that.
I think I heard of that.
Like it's like they don't do it.
But a lot of people, most people, I mean, it just depends.
And they say the coffin is like super sealed.
I heard it's like coated in like
I don't know.
I feel like I heard lead somewhere, Gorge.
But it's supposed to be so sealed that you know, the body can't like decompose or anything.
Doesn't the coffin weigh like 500 pounds? And it weighs like a crazy amount of weight, like 400 or 500 pounds. And you do see the guards that are holding it. They're like, yeah. I'm thinking like sheesh, Gorge.
But supposedly she's not embalmed. But people are saying like on TikTok, like she has to be embalmed. But they also say the casket is so sealed that the body cannot even decompose after like a year.
So you were saying how it's weird because they're having her
like
for
no
days.
Air, nothing goes in it. What happened?
Because you're saying that for days she's in there and not embalmed.
Yeah, because naturally, like a real casket, if you were not embalmed, being traveled like that for days is unfortunately going to start smelling. You know, like a body naturally does that.
This is the
thing. But it's so sealed.
You know the thing about it though, Mayra, is like her family already saw her.
Yeah.
Her family had to already done their viewing like in private matters. Like,
yeah, 100%.
I'm sure they're kind of like, fuck the public. Like they got their own private.
Oh, they got their own viewing.
They got their own family thing where they got to say their goodbyes to her, probably even like a viewing and everything of like just
they're
the
not
family.
Seeing her body like the public. They're just seeing it closed.
So unfortunately, like even if she wasn't embalmed and even if she is, you know, decomposing in that casket, it doesn't matter because that casket's not going to be opened again.
Yeah, but that's why they say,
and it's sad.
Most
I know what
likely
you mean,
she's not though, because there's no air that goes in that casket. Nothing, because it would smell.
Because a lot of people are worried about that. They're like, it's been 9 days and she's in there, and it's like, but they're not gonna open it again. That's her final resting place. Like you guys are seeing the coffin, but they're not gonna open it up.
People they would have been smelling something. That's why they say it's.
But
so
it's
sealed.
so sealed that I'm sure.
And she probably is embalmed. Like probably. You know, who knows? The point is that
so she has now been like buried.
She's been like brought down to like it's like I want to say it looks like it has like a palace, and they're all in there. Like all the kings and queens that have passed are in there. Wow. And she's like right next to Charles,
Wow.
her husband. And they were like leveling the casket down.
Dude, I was seeing like the weirdest like TikToks yesterday of, you know how you randomly will come across like morticians and stuff like that on TikTok? Do you ever come across those?
I skip them fast.
There was someone like who worked in cremation, and I was like, girl, like he was explaining the whole cremation process, and I was like, this shit is like, I can't.
I could talk about this forever, like with cremation and getting buried, because there's nothing pretty about, I
don't want to be cremated.
I don't either.
No.
It's really difficult, like it's a really difficult thing to choose from, because to some people you're like, well, you're the body, like at some point, like something happens to it, which I don't even want to know what the fuck is gonna happen to me.
But you know what, the way I see it is like, I'm meant to die, right? We're all meant to die.
We're meant to turn into dust.
We're all meant to go back into the ground, whatever. But like, I'd rather have it be that way, the way it's meant to be. Like, it's like, I'd rather decompose like I'm supposed to.
Our skeletons like still stays there though.
But then our skeletons will be dust one day too, after a long ass time.
Well, it depends, because we're still finding fossils from like.
No, but that's because they fossilized. Oh. They have to be like in certain like soil and stuff to fossilize. It's not all bone, not all bones fossilized.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, getting cremated, it's like everybody, it's different for everybody, because, for some people, like you want your loved one to be with you, and that's the only form. But like I think the process of it just really makes me like, oh, fuck
the process, girl. Like, I don't know. I just came across this guy and I was like, he's being too honest. But then like, what is he gonna tell you? Lies like about how they're cremated and how like there's always remains left from the previous one, and like you will have like some random dude in your grandma's urn. Like, it's like, what? Like,
I've heard that
they try to clean him out as much as they can, but they can't clean him like that after each one.
Like, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken, like even the caskets like burn with it?
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Like a casket, they put like a lot of times like they just remove the metal from their casket and it goes in there too. Or there's other ways of doing it where they put them like in a cardboard thing. I don't know. But the point is like they're put into something and then burned in there. Dude, I just can't.
Or you know what? I know we're going like way off topic from the royal family, but when and obviously, families have their reasons they do it. A lot of the times the person's like, oh, I want my ashes to be like laid out somewhere. Like when you throw out the ashes like in the ocean, I'm like, oh my God. I mean, huge respect, because I know it must be so difficult. But I feel like, for example, like, my baby, I have a place where I could visit him. I think I would lose my mind to know that like he's completely vanished. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, that has to be hard, because obviously a lot of the times it's the person's wishes, and that has to bring you peace.
Maybe
too,
like
though.
a part of them you could throw, but like,
yeah, it's gotta give you peace. Like, well, that was like the person's wishes, you know what I mean? Of course. But that must be so hard to like not have something physically to go to. Does that make sense? I know the person is not so there hard. Like in the ashes or in the casket. Like, I'm very like I know that like when I'm going to see my baby, I'm going to more like pay respects to his body, but I know he's not there. Does that make sense? Like, I feel him everywhere else. If anything, like I know he'll probably follow me, but like he's not there in there. It's just like, I think people, you have people body buried there, and it just helps them cope with the death, knowing that physically like what you knew is there, but like them, they're not. So I can see like how just how you look at it, cremating somebody and like, throwing their ashes somewhere. I could see how it's like, no, but that's not them. You know what I mean? Like spiritually, they're not there.
Yeah.
And it does say in the Bible, you turn into dust, and you kind of are turning somebody into dust by cremating them.
You're going to be, dust, whether it's cremation or
period. It's, it's, I feel like depending what, I know some people are like not for cremation, but also the process of, what the body goes through after death, it's not pretty at all either. So
Yeah,
you're
neither of them are
honestly,
pretty.
it's a shitty situation both ways. Yeah, period.
You know what? The only thing that
has there been any queens or kings that have been like cremated?
probably not, they probably just all get the same burial. I don't know. Honestly, like when it comes to that, the only thing that eases my mind is that I'll be dead and not know a damn thing, Gorge.
Yeah, period.
And the closest it gets to that is like anesthesia, where I think I'm like, anesthesia really just like for hours, you lose track of, you don't even know you're asleep.
Oh shit.
You don't. So it's like, I think of that and I'm like, with anesthesia, you literally don't even know you're asleep. You don't even know how many hours go by, like nothing. And I try to see it like that. Like you truly will not know you're even dead.
Depends, like your beliefs too.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, no. Like past that, I'm saying like the actual like physically
like,
dying and
dying,
knowing
if
if I'm dead. You know,
I get it.
like you're like, okay, well, you know what I mean? It's that eases my nerves. Of course, I believe in the afterlife. I really do.
Yeah.
But it's the part of like when you're like, okay, there, I'm dead. You didn't know you died.
Did you see
what I mean?
What they had seen in the sky when Queen Elizabeth passed, how they saw her silhouette in the clouds, and it was literally like her face, her profile.
What the fuck?
Like that one image, it's like very popular, like her side profile, like with her hat when she was younger.
Oh yeah.
I kid you not, Karina. I was even like, this is like so perfect. It can't be real, but it was like a real thing that they saw in the sky, and it was literally like her silhouette, like from the side. I was like, not silhouette, her side profile. It was crazy, and people like knew that was her saying like, "I'm okay."
That's insane.
And it was like so detailed, Karina. I was like, how the heck? It was crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people like they made like memes of it on TikTok. Like, it's pretty fucked up. People saying she was. I'm just gonna say it. People saying she was going to hell.
That's sad.
Like, girl, that's fucked up. Because supposedly she had. Like,
I think people think
to
it's
do with
funny
the Diana
until
thing.
it's like their family.
Yeah, like honestly,
that's someone's family member.
If you really look into it, we don't know the full story. I know it was a royal family. I think it was Charles that, was.
Like, I know people have their opinions. I get it, Like, and I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to lie. I was on TikTok and occasionally I was like, yeah, that's kind of funny. Whatever, But not of her. And no. The little ones where, the little memes where it was like, where it was like Diana, like, oh, Elizabeth, hey,
like beefing,
like those, like I had a little cackle, whatever. But in like when I saw the bigger picture, I do sit there and I'm like, oh, this is sad. Like she's like this is someone's family.
You don't
member.
know how she actually was.
Like she wasn't just a queen. Like this is someone's mom. This is someone's grandma.
Yeah, and
so
you don't know like her relationship with God and everything. You know what I mean? Like just everything. It's like just what you hear in the media, but like you don't know who she was, and we don't know if she was an evil person or if she was a really kind person. Like we didn't know her heart like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it is really like, oh my God, like freaking King Charles. He became king. Like, girl, how do you even celebrate that? Like your mom just died, and did you see when he was being crowned? He was distraught.
I didn't see it.
Like how he would introduce his mom, like your royal highness, mummy. I was like, oh my heart. Every single time he would introduce her. Like he had to say like mummy. You know how they talk over there, mummy.
He's like queen.
Mumsy. Yeah, he would literally always say mummy at the end.
Aww.
And like he was such a mama's boy. So
cute.
I can imagine, obviously, I mean, losing a mom has to be so freaking difficult. And being crowned, knowing that like that was gonna happen immediately after she passed.
That has to be such a weird feeling. Like, and I'm sure his whole life he was like, one day I'm likely gonna be crowned, and she's not gonna be here to see it.
Oh.
Like imagine knowing you're gonna be king and you're like, it's gonna be like a huge thing in my life, but it's gonna be because she passed and she won't be here.
And that's like that with every crowning.
Or like imagine birthing, like you're the queen, right? And you birth how she birthed her son, and she's like, he's gonna be king one day, and it's gonna be the day I pass away.
Oh my God.
That would like when I see it like that, like if I was the queen and I like birthed my little boy or Mia, and I'm like, you're gonna be queen one day, and the day you become queen is the day that I will pass, and that would be like, oh,
that is an actual mind fuck.
You know what I mean?
Well, depending.
And you're like, and I'm not gonna see you be queen.
Depends, because Kate will be alive if her son becomes king, but her husband would have to die.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So it's like. Oh my!
Kate
Middleton?
because her son will be king.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
What's her?
Wait, isn't it
George.
Prince George?
His name's George. Prince George.
So it's not Charles' kids.
Those are his kids, girl. Oh, William is Kate's husband. William is the one that will be king.
I'm so confused on who's.
So, Karina, Diana, and Charles were the dad, the parents of Harry and what's his name again?
Princess Diana,
William.
is Harry, and William. Yeah, but how does it go? Because obviously Queen Elizabeth, her first kid, which is Charles, wouldn't it be Charles' first kid? William.
William is Kate's man.
Oh,
so her kids.
Okay, so
her
William
first
is
boy,
next in line.
William is gonna be king.
Oh my god! So it's gonna be a lot of kings before there is. When is there a queen?
We're never
coming?
gonna see a queen.
I know we're not.
Unless God forbid something happens to like the son. I'm sure.
No, but literally, like, there's not gonna be a queen in so long.
Yeah,
we didn't realize we were living in like a huge.
I didn't
era.
appreciate it when she was.
I didn't appreciate that she was probably gonna be the only queen for centuries.
Yeah,
and we lived that shit, and we didn't appreciate like we have a woman as a queen in royalty, like as the queen,
and she was the longest living queen,
the longest reigning. Yeah, and now we're not gonna have one in hundreds of years. Mm-hmm. We didn't appreciate her.
Did you hear how Queen Elizabeth became queen?
Yeah,
she was like out of town, and she had to like fly back. She was being crowned as a queen.
That's crazy.
Fucking crazy. It's crazy how, you know, the times we're in now, like very modern times, that they've still kept that tradition. It's pretty iconic.
Like, it's crazy how there are still kings and queens. Like, are we going to come to a point one day where there's none? Because people are like, bullshit, we don't need a queen or a king.
Well, I hope not, because it is a nice tradition, you know? It's something to look at, and it's respected. Like, wow, there's a king and a queen. Like, I mean, I think it's iconic. I wish there was something like that here.
Absolutely not.
Actually, no.
Can you imagine our presidents being kings? God, no. They already fucking
see, but it can't just be anybody random. It's like tradition after like ancestors, you know?
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
Like even like Kate will never be queen. It has to be bloodline to be queen or king, you know? Mm. So it's like an actual tradition thing that they do. It's not like, oh well.
So Camila, I don't know. Who? Camila, she's queen escort.
Yeah, but she's not like the queen.
Of course not.
Escort?
I mean, I'm sorry, what? Consort. Oh, queen consort. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Escort? I promise you, I did not mean to like disrespect her like that. Queen consort.
What does that mean? You're like not the queen, but
sorry.
What does it mean?
Escort means like
I know what that means, Gorge. I meant escort. I mean.
I'm sorry. I meant everybody's thinking it. I'm just kidding.
I mean, queen concert?
A queen concert? Sounds fun. Wait, what did you say? Concert? Consort. Not queen concert.
Consort. What does consort mean?
Escort like Mara, I know what it means. Escort. Like,
she's a fucking slut. Imagine, like,
oh, fucking bitch. Like, what's going on?
Hey,
let the truth out. We all think it. Imagine. It is what it is. She, you know, I get it. Family, I get it. They had their love life before that. She's still homewrecker.
She got some balls to wear white in that wedding. I'm sorry.
The audacity.
The fucking audacity to pull up to the wedding. Period, bitch.
Did you see the TikToks of saying like, it shows like Diana like all iconic, you know, she's fucking gorgeous,
and they're all showing the old pictures of Camila.
No, and then it shows like what you left her for, and then it's like caught off guard pictures of Camila looking crazy as well.
Yeah, like in her fucking, how old is she now? Like 80s? Like, girl, why the fuck are you guys comparing Camila and like all old as shit with like Princess Diana in her fucking peaking years? Like, girl, like come on.
Everyone's beautiful or whatever, but like
or whatever.
No. I don't mean to say it like that, but
whatever.
Diana was a fucking queen, a baddie. Like, you see pictures of Diana, you're like, how could you leave her for that?
I can't do it.
I don't know, whatever.
No, I get it. Oh my god, did you hear their tape recording? Like, I'm gonna fill up your tank and shit.
Oh my god,
Is that a real? Like,
yes.
Is that a real recording?
Yeah. I was
You're like,
shocked.
I can't talk.
How he was like, oh my god, it was disgusting. I felt so uneasy after hearing that shit.
Why?
It was leaked tapes of Charles and Camila back in the day where they were like obviously like, you know, talking on the phone or whatever the fuck they were talking on. I don't think it was a phone, maybe a pager or some shit.
A what?
Like the pagers. I don't know what they're called. I don't know, girl. The point is they were sending like dirty messages to each other, like voice messages. Y'all need to go hear it, search it up on TikTok. It's fucking disturbing.
Very disturbing.
And he's saying like,
I'm gonna fill up your tank.
I'm gonna fill up your tank. And she's like, oh, something about like how he was saying like, I need to be with you. He's like, I need you. He was saying like, I need you, because she was like, I need you tonight. And he was like, the problem is I need you several nights a week or some shit like that. I was like, girl.
And this is what he was doing with Diana?
Yeah, and he was talking about filling up her tank, bitch.
Oh, shit.
I
can't. It's too much, girl.
I was literally like, my jaw was on the floor when I was listening to that shit.
I mean, love is love, because
love is love.
Like, clearly he couldn't get over her, which is crazy because, you know, usually,
I guess she was like the love of his life.
Usually these home wreckers, you know, they come wreck it a little bit and that's it.
I saw a TikTok
and
that
they're
said,
still together? The audacity.
I saw a TikTok that said, side chicks, like, don't give up.
You will become queen one day. Like
girl. You will. It said like, don't give up, side chicks. Like, and it was like literally her at her wedding. And then after they're married, I'm like, oh my God.
I mean, shit, she really got what she wanted. I mean, it's still like, I
think they do. At the end of like, you know, bullshit aside, like if you have been loving each other your whole life, then yeah, like you do deserve to be together and be happy.
You should have never married Diana to begin with.
But why would you why did you put her through that shit?
And plan her death?
Absolutely I
don't know. Shit is crazy. There's a lot of royalty. I'll tell you that, girl.
A lot of royalty.
Yeah, it's a lot, girl. Oh my God, we never even talked about the earthquake, girl.
Oh my God, yesterday, guys, there was a massive earthquake in Mexico on the anniversary of the last massive earthquake. How crazy 19th, is that, Mayra?
Why would it be the same day?
The last year too, September 19th, big ass earthquake. It was like a 7.2, I believe. Huge. That's big, Mayra. Especially in Mexico, Mayra, the houses are not built like this.
No.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's really bad. And it just makes you think like how earthquakes, the thing about earthquakes is like they really just strike out of fucking nowhere.
Oh, 100%.
Like out of nowhere.
No warning.
You don't need, like, you don't know when it's gonna come. I hate, like, especially here in California.
We have mini earthquakes all the time.
We always have small earthquakes here. Wasn't there like last week an earthquake?
Yeah, there was one.
Like, if you're in California, then you know. If you're not, like, it's really, really common. When we say like earthquakes are common to us, I'm talking like every few days. It is common, like, to feel like a little like, doop. You're like, oh, did it shake? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Like last week there was an earthquake and I woken up by it. I was like, oh shit.
Slept it off. I was like,
that's
how common they are,
something. But they're common. Yeah. I always, no matter how common they are, I always do get scared and I'm like waiting for an aftershock, because sometimes you'll feel a little shock, like a little like,
it's like the warning.
And you're like, what the fuck is that? And then seconds later, like it comes back. Boom. It's like an aftershock thing. So you're kind of are worried about that, I guess.
I think earthquakes are so scary because they're very like, it doesn't seem like they are natural disasters, but an earthquake, if you've lived it, there's nothing natural about it. You're like, what? Like you're seeing your fucking walls
shit fall
shake.
Off. Yeah.
It's just like a rumbling, literally feeling.
And it's weird because I feel like you could always hear it coming.
Oh, you hear it before it hits.
You hear like you hear like movement, like
you hear like the shaking from like literally.
You hear the ground shaking.
Before it hits you.
Like a couple seconds before, and then before
like the waves
earthquake. And yeah, earthquake. Yeah. And it's just so weird how
once you said, I was like, it was years ago, Karina. We lived in a trailer, how you said that you were walking past the hallways.
And I couldn't walk.
And you're like, you literally felt like wall by wall was hitting, like you couldn't walk through the hallway.
And that's the thing about earthquakes, you guys. If you've never been in an earthquake, like it seems like you're like, okay, the ground is shaking, just get up and go to a safe spot.
Oh no.
When the ground is shaking, you can't even fucking like run on. When you've experienced like a big earthquake, Like you
There's
can't.
no way of even.
You're like running and like you feel like you're like. It's
running,
hard to get from point A to point B.
The room is moving left and right. How the fuck are you supposed to run?
On top of that, you're scared. You're panicking. There's a lot of noise. Earthquakes make a lot of noise.
It's really loud.
Earthquakes are loud. And that's something, if you never experienced an earthquake, like the noises, it's all like like shit is moving.
Crazy?
Yeah. And
they're scary.
Also, another thing that you might not know if you never experienced an earthquake, have you ever tried opening a door when there's an earthquake? Can't. It's literally locked because everything's shifting where you can't like open it. Like it takes a while to open the door, like just turning the knob.
Yeah.
Takes a while because like of all the movement. So it's, those are little earthquakes, Mara, that we've experienced, like that are like 5 and under.
And they're saying like the big one.
I have heard of the big earthquake my entire life. Like as a kid in schools, they would always tell us like, you guys are going to experience the big one in your lifetime.
I want to be on flat land where I don't have like buildings or anything around me, bitch.
Like, why are we living here if we know what's gonna happen?
Because every place has a natural disaster.
I know, and it just scares me. Like the big earthquake is like supposed to be, like,
and they say that it's supposed to like split California.
Oh my god, I want to think about it.
Like, bitch, why are we here?
Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Knowing it's gonna happen in our lifetime.
Pack your bags, girl.
Like literally, like our whole like I remember in school they always told us like you guys are gonna experience
the San Andreas fault.
You guys are gonna experience the big one in your lifetime, and like maybe we will, if not like our kids. And it's just like, oh my god, because it's like it's already overdue. The big one is already overdue. It's overdue,
and the longer overdue,
anytime it could happen.
The harder it's gonna shake.
The longer it's overdue, the more tense. Yeah, the more tension there is, which is fucking crazy. So. And what the fuck? I gotta be honest, y'all. I've heard about like preparing my whole life, right? You gotta be prepared for the actual earthquake. You really can't prepare, but for the aftermath, everyone has like, shit in stock. What do you need to prepare for an earthquake? And are you prepared, Mayra?
I'm not.
What the fuck do I need to prepare for an earthquake?
I think you need canned food. You need water. Girl, I'm out of water every fucking week. I gotta send Brian to get water bottles.
I could barely keep water in stock in this house.
Like, right? And you have to have water that you don't even touch.
I literally am seeing like, what do I need for an earthquake? Because I don't think I'm prepared at all.
I know.
Like at all.
You need like a aid kit. Mm-hmm. You guys have an aid kit.
Bitch, I got Band-Aids. How much aid do we need?
I think you're gonna need more than that.
I got the ones from CVS, little first aid kit, girl, with some Band-Aids in there.
You need like an actual aid kit with like, because there could be broken bones.
Oh my god, they sell kits online. They have Quake kits. They're called Quake kits.
Oh wow!
And they come with like all kinds of shit.
Yeah, people literally have like their loads of like they're prepared. They have like food, because people have to be realistic. Like with these earthquakes, if they're big, like you're not gonna like
have access to the things you'd normally do.
Like you can't just pick up your phone to call your family member. You got to plan like where you're gonna meet.
We need to have that conversation with our family.
Yeah,
because you can't just call them like, "Hey, are you okay? I'm on my way." Like all the phone lines are gonna be down.
All phone lines down.
You don't even know like if your family's okay.
Random fires, because obviously like earthquakes.
You're literally like you don't even know if everyone's good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's this website where you literally could buy like 3 months supply of emergency food, and it's $800. Wow. And it comes with a bunch of like food that is, that will work by then. Like, what's crazy? So basically being prepared with food and water and stuff like that, because for several weeks, think about it, guys. Right now, everything is so accessible. You just drive down the road to go to the store. You call people. Everything is at our fingertips nowadays. But when all of that is taken from us and cut with a fucking natural disaster, bitch, you can't go to the grocery store. You're probably not going to have access to the grocery store for a while. You're not going to have, like, it's going to take a while for people
up to the grocery store, breaking windows.
No, but, like, how do you even get there? Like,
oh, yeah.
You're not even going to, like, know how to get there. Like, there's going to be so much destruction outside. Like, you're waiting for someone to come rescue you at that point, basically. So you gotta have your emergency supplies. It's crazy. It's because
like,
we don't
start living like real life with like, how do I say it? Like,
I know what you mean. Like survival of the fittest moment.
Yeah, that's when like shit gets real. Like money, there's no value to money, bitch. You're not using money for anything. You are hunting for your fucking food at that point.
That's why you should get canned food.
Yeah.
I ain't hunting for my food, gorge.
That's another topic, how like, we're like, raised to like work and make money and buy things.
Humans have it really like easy in the food chain.
Oh, food chain. Yeah,
we
but
got
like
it really easy.
But like
imagine like us like fighting with animals to stay alive.
No, but we do have it easy now compared to like back
caveman days, of course.
Yeah.
But do you think we would all be morbidly obese if we were fucking hunting our food?
Absolutely not, gorge. Unless Brian was hunting down like fucking 10 cows or something.
Because like we wouldn't have like, we wouldn't
eat the way we do to begin with.
Like how we eat, where we could just go to McDonald's on the street or Starbucks. Girl, I don't think there was a Starbucks in the caveman era.
There wasn't.
Tragic.
There's probably there's always somebody.
That's some sad shit.
No, but there's always somebody like that's always smarter than like the village, then, and they probably created their own coffee shop. Yeah, there had to be some smart ass people back then too.
But you know what, too, Mara? Like, you know how nowadays, like we know, like a lot of us are big nowadays, but back then, I think it was only like royalty that was big because they were the only ones eating good. So it was seen as like a good thing. Like if you're chubby, it's because you're eating good, and you must have it like that. You know what I mean?
Whoa,
isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I saw TikTok literally yesterday, and it was some girl that she was like getting fat shamed, and she's like, "You're fat because you go and get a number 7, blah 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 blah." She's like, "I'm fat because I'm pulling up to," and she named all these like fancy restaurants, and she's like, "I'm eating my 5-star 3-course meals every day of the week." She was saying, she's like, because I have all these choices. She's like, "I'm fat because of that. Ooh. You're fat because you're pulling up to the drive-thru." I was like,
Stop.
No, but the way she said it was like pretty funny. Like everybody in the comments was like relating to it. Like I was like, I'm dead as fuck. Like she was talking to like her because she was saying like you're fat too, but you're fat because of this. I'm fat because I'm eating good. I was like, bitch, I'm dead.
Period, bitch.
I just thought it was so funny how she said it. I was like,
that's actually fucking hilarious.
But
they say processed food in general does make you gain more weight, because even Mexico, like you could eat tortilla, you could be carbing the fuck up, and because it's homemade, even here, if you actually make like all your home cooked meals, like at some point you start losing weight, even if it's carby, even if you're eating pasta.
You know what though, Mexico, like, yeah, like dude, you go to Mexico and you eat and you're like, this cow was killed like today,
literally, and it's so fresh
and it's so good.
But even like, have you noticed like when you make, like prior to obviously your surgery, if you had a phase, Karina, we've talked about this before, when you have phases when you're like really just cooking at home, you don't remember the last time you ate out, even if you're eating, like you're literally not cutting anything off, you're still eating fucking good, and somehow you still lose weight because you're not eating out.
It does happen.
Yeah,
it's true.
So this girl says she's eating good.
McDonald's so delicious.
Still processed food.
No, but it was her. It was like her talking to like her hater, basically saying like, you're fat because of this, and I'm fat because I'm eating it, whatever. But honestly though, like the simplest shit, like fucking McDonald's, it really is where it's at, girl. Fuck those fries. I think McDonald's has the best fries on the planet.
They do, but McDonald's ain't it, gorge.
McDonald's fries are it.
Their fries,
gorge.
Their fries are it, but everything else, I'm like, I don't see the hype.
You know what though? In-N-Out, she's okay.
She's not it for me.
She's maybe, if I get it, like a McDonald's burger and an In-N-Out burger.
Like if you don't have another option, fuck, I'm gonna get dragged because everybody loves In-N-Out.
No, but I get it.
I had to have like no other option.
Myra, think about a McDonald's burger and think about an In-N-Out burger. When you're thinking of a fresh burger.
Oh, I'm not choosing any. I don't like McDonald's either.
No, I know. When you're thinking of a fresh burger, I would say In-N-Out. 100%. If I'm thinking sloppy, give me the greasy, fucking carbs.
I want to knock out after.
That's another one, you know.
McDonald's.
Yeah, but I'm not crazy about either of them.
Girl, how the fuck you go from the royal family talking to about McDonald's?
Because I don't know.
That just happens.
Royal family, the rest of us, McDonald's. It is what it is, gorge.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's crazy, but
I think we've talked a lot today.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I was waiting for you. Anyways, guys,
you know what's funny? Sometimes I'm like, Me still continuing. No, I'm saying like with the podcast, obviously, like, you know, some of these conversations come like natural, but sometimes like we do come here and we're like, oh shit, like, you know, what's the topic? Like, what are we talking about?
Girl,
you know?
I'm done.
I feel like today was that day where I'm like, okay,
sorry.
no, we actually had it's weird. We had a lot to talk about, but yeah, so just we're like, what do we say? You know
what I mean.
But happy Halloween, y'all.
It's September.
We're still in September, but stay tuned for like the decor. We really want to go more out. Give us suggestions. I know the last episode you guys gave us some suggestions. And then also we have been reading your guys' comments. I told you about this one. For Halloween to be Trisha and what's his name?
Ethan.
Oh
Bitch, my God.
That is funny.
Please keep commenting your costume ideas.
Shrek
please.
and Fiona. I saw that one too.
Okay.
Keep commenting.
Can't give everything away. Man.
I know. Keep commenting.
Anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We had a lot of fun today, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you guys
on the next one.
Next time. Bye. Girl, this morning I had a big old bowl of sucaritas. It was so good.
Girl, don't you mean Frosted Flakes?
Well, in our culture, girl, I've also heard los del tigre. So,
and what do you call Fruit Loops?
Fruity Loopies, mama.
Oh, los del tucán, right?
There you go. And I also really like the rooster one.
You mean cornflakes?
Oh my God, wait, that is cornflakes. The rooster one is cornflakes, but we call it
cornflakes.
Well, let's keep it 100, girl. My mom called every cereal under the sun cornflakes.
The Special K too.
The Special K too, girl. My mom called literally growing up.
Everything is cornflakes, period.
Comment below. You already know.
So, Mia, are you teaching her like the different flavors, or are you calling them all cornflakes too?
I refer to them just like my parents did growing up, because I actually find it really important to teach Mia both English and Spanish. Not just the language, but really incorporating like the lingo that we use. I will literally like bring out cereal and be like, you want cornflakes? You want sucaritas? Because I want that implemented in her just like we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And mama, that's why they say Kellogg cereals are on mom's tables aquí y allá. Period.